We begin in July 2019, the height of the international calendar for many of our high-performance student athletes. Mechanical engineering student Eddie Way captained the England under-21 hockey squad to silver at the European Hockey Championships in Valencia, whilst Isabel Boffey continued her extraordinary run of success on the athletics track at the European Junior Championships in Sweden. The Bucks 800-metre double gold medalist clinched the European 800-metre junior title and played an instrumental part in Great Britain's 4x400-metre relay team victory. At the same championships, incoming sports scholar Oliver Dustin won gold in the men's 800 metres. In July, we also enjoyed the long-awaited Home Netball World Cup in Liverpool. In Tracy Neville's last tournament as England coach, the Roses, featuring Birmingham economics student Fran Williams in goal defence, lost a close semi-final against New Zealand, but bounced back to claim their third successive World Cup bronze medal in the playoff with South Africa. In August, our athletics club was well represented at the British Championships. Graduate scholar Sarah MacDonald, having just completed her degree, won her first British outdoor title over 1,500 metres. Postgraduate student Jake Porter claimed bronze in the 110-metre hurdles, and Laura Zielor leapt to fourth place in the high jump. Future stars of British endurance running descended on the university in August for the London Marathon Young Athletes Camp. Hosted at the university for the first time, this prestigious annual camp invited over 80 of the country's most talented junior athletes. Rounding off the month in style, two athletes represented the university at the European University Championships in Zagreb, Croatia. Following her fantastic gold medal-winning performance at Bucks earlier in the year, judoka and physiotherapy student Lucy Day placed a fine fifth in the under 63 kilogram category, whilst taekwondo competitor Fabian Burkhardt placed 13th. The beginning of a new academic year brought huge numbers of sign-ups to our student-led sports clubs. Following an incredibly successful sports fair with 90 stands and 16 demonstrations, 4,700 students joined across our 55 clubs, all eagerly anticipating the beginning of the university competition calendar. September saw yet another world event on home soil, this time in the form of the UCI World Road Championships in Yorkshire. British cyclist Anna Henderson continued to impress as she gained a bronze medal in the inaugural mixed team time trial and was the highest placed British cycling representative in the elite women's road race. Meanwhile, the Athletics World Championships were underway, with Birmingham represented by alumnus Chris McAllister. As a new addition to the GB team in 2019, and despite working full-time in London as a civil servant, it was a joy to watch Chris qualify for the semi-finals of the 400-metre hurdles and achieve an impressive new personal best of 49.18. October was the start of the new Bucks season, with 86 Birmingham teams competing across 21 sports. It was also a busy month for student volunteering. 39 volunteers on the Extra Mile programme delivered 704 hours of support to local schools, clubs and around campus, and 95 students supported the Birmingham Half Marathon, one of the city's biggest events. The university's athletics track hosted 130 Birmingham school children as part of the British Athletics Street to Stadium initiative. The event, hosted by our partner England Athletics, aims to identify potential future Olympic and Paralympic talent amongst school children. Newly enrolled dentistry student and judo scholar Yasmin Javadian started well by becoming a two-time European bronze medalist in both junior and senior age categories and representing Great Britain at the World Junior Championships. Finally, for October, 10 UOB alumni were selected to represent Great Britain at the Australian Football European Championships in London across men's and women's squads. The women finished third, whilst the men retained their European title by beating Denmark in the final. The university's first individual Bucks medal came in the form of mathematics student Jess Shaw, who claimed a brilliant bronze medal in the 100-metre backstroke at the Swimming Short Course Championships. Our cycling team beat the elements to the top of Mam Tor in Sheffield to win team bronze in the Bucks Hill Climb, and they continued their medal haul at the Bucks Track Cycling Championships. Maddie Gammons went one better than last year to take the elimination race title, and first-year Gabby Homer won bronze in the individual pursuit. The Bucks Super Series was new to this year and comprised 5 specially selected student sport fixtures across the year. For the first event, American football and cheerleading combined for explosion, with the banks of Bournebrook full of spectators witnessing a 24-0 victory over the Hertfordshire Hurricanes. This support carried through to the second event in the series, Uproar. Our men's and women's lacrosse teams played a double header supporting the LGBTQ+ society and encouraging the whole of campus to wear rainbow laces for Stonewall's Come Out Active campaign. November also saw scholar Ben Bates captain the England fencing team to the Five Nations tournament title, and the men's ultimate frisbee won the Bucks Indoor Regional Tournament here at Birmingham. Lastly, to complete an action-packed month, the first British Athletics Talent Hub was launched at UOB. Supported by Sport England funding and following the awarding of the university's Gold Charter Mark last year, the 18-month pilot aims to create a satellite hub site for young local athletes in partnership with England Athletics, British Athletics, London Marathon Events and TAS. December saw 4 members of the UOB Athletics Club travel to Lisbon for the European Cross Country Championships. Gaining selection at the trials back in November, Saskia Millard won team gold in the under-20 category, GB cross-country regular Amelia Quirk helped the under-23 women's team to bronze, and Johnny Davies and Sarah McDonald made up half of the gold medal-winning mixed relay squad. In squash, postgraduate scholar Jan van den Herrewagen claimed his 7th professional squash World Tour career title, while first-year Kira Marshall kick-started her Bucks campaign in style with an unexpected silver medal at the Squash Individual Championships, having just completed her junior career with a win at the Irish Open. Fresh from her international success, Yasmin Javadian continued to impress as she dominated at the British Judo National Championships, claiming both the junior and senior titles in the under 52 kg category, while teammate Holly Bentham won the bronze medal in the senior under 63 category. Rugby scholars Pete Vickers and Sunny Jardine were called up to play in the prestigious Premiership Shield for the Wasps A team, and the netball women's first team remained undefeated to secure their second successive Bucks Northern Premier League title with 2 fixtures still to play. Just before the Christmas break, our ongoing work with the Harborne Daycare Centre, part of our grassroots football hub, was showcased on ITV Central, highlighting some of our outreach to the local community and our inclusive sport activity. At the turn of the year, we welcome back the British Junior Open for a 3rd consecutive time. Attracting almost 700 players from 56 nations, the world's most talented young squash players completed over 1,700 matches in 5 days on 22 courts across 4 Birmingham venues. Supported by 50 volunteers, the university hosted the all-glass arena, which generated 2 million streamed views and almost 1.3 million media reach globally. Soon after, the Sport and Fitness Club hosted the training venue for England, New Zealand and Jamaica netball teams as they prepared for the Nations Cup. The England Roses, featuring Fran Williams, claimed yet another bronze medal, defeating South Africa in the playoff final. The 3rd event of the Bucks Super Series was the men's rugby first team match against Newcastle, an impressive performance from the Birmingham squad resulting in the closest of victories by just 1 point. February is often the busiest month in the Bucks calendar, with a big concentration of individual championships and some thrilling league clashes. 95 Birmingham students descended on Holyrood Park in Edinburgh for the Bucks Cross Country Championships. Scholars Neve Brown and Mike Ward were the team's highest finishers, anchoring the men's team to a silver medal and an overall bronze medal for the Birmingham squad. Based on performances throughout the season, James Gormley and Amelia Quirk were selected to represent GB students at the World University Cross Country Championships in the inaugural mixed relay event. Unfortunately, this championship was one of the first casualties of the coronavirus, but not before Amelia claimed her 2nd consecutive national under-20 cross-country title. Bucks Nationals weekend saw 170 students representing the university across 7 sports. At the Indoor Athletics Championships, Izzy Boffey took the 400-metre title and led the 4x200-metre women's relay team to a silver medal. Other podium finishers were Laura Zielor with a stunning performance to take gold in the high jump, Francesca Brint was 2nd in the women's 800 metres, and postgraduate student Jake Porter completed his Bucks career with a silver in the men's 60-metre hurdles. This is Jake's 6th medal as a Birmingham student. The final medal for the Athletics Club was first-year Tom Keen's 3rd in the men's 1500 metres, just days after setting a new under-20 indoor 1500-metre British record whilst representing England. Over at Ponds Forge Pool, scholar Jess Shaw became the university's most decorated swimmer of recent times, winning silver medals in both the 50 and 100-metre backstroke. Judoka Yasmin Javadian claimed the gold in the under 52 kg category, with Holly Bentham claiming the bronze medal at the under 63 kg category. The two then joined forces to secure team gold for Birmingham. Mary Kerrin improved on last year's bronze medal to take the senior kumite gold in the karate championships, and off the back of these outstanding performances, all 3 combat athletes were selected to represent the university at the European University Games in July. Away from the Nationals weekend, Birmingham clinched the Bucks National Premier League title for the women's squash team, and the golf first team won their Northern Premier League. Taekwondo continued its run of success by winning 8 medals at the Bucks Winter Championships in Nottingham, and back on campus, the next phase of the Bucks Super Series, Intercept, saw the netball first team beat Gloucester in the Bucks quarter-final to the delight of over 200 supporters. Lastly, the annual basketball varsity match, ironically called Lockdown, attracted 350 spectators. Now in its 5th year, the university's triathlon club organised and hosted the aquathlon, which saw 144 athletes compete over a 400-metre swim and a 5k run around campus. To round off a busy month, the British Athletics Indoor Championships saw 4 UOB athletes earn places on the podium. Graduate scholar Johnny Davies won his first senior British title in the 3,000 metres, with Michael Ward in the bronze medal position. Mari Smith won silver in a strong 800-metre field, whilst British junior record holder Tom Keane won bronze in the men's 1,500 metres. The Conference Cup is the culmination of the regional level Bucks knockout tournaments, and March saw 5 Birmingham teams winning their finals: netball 5s, men's tennis 1s and women's tennis 2s, men's volleyball 1s and men's water polo 1s. The route to Bucks Big Wednesday and the National Cup finals provided a number of thrilling matches, not least from our netball and women's squash first teams, who emphatically won their semi-final matches on home ground, while American football reached the semi-finals. Women's football 1s and hockey women's 3s completed the set, qualifying for the second-tier trophy finals. At the Bucks Indoor Archery Championships, Eleanor Piper won individual gold in the recurve, and along with fellow scholars Rebecca Tipping and Pip Taylor, also won women's team gold, a title Birmingham secured for the 4th consecutive year. Our athletics club added another 200 hours to their already impressive volunteering hours, with 18 club members supporting the London Half Marathon, while a joint effort across student clubs and UOB sports staff delivered our first inclusive fitness festival, thanks to funding support from the Development and Alumni Relations Office. The world of sport then came to a sudden halt as one event after another was cancelled or postponed, and the university slipped into restricted operations. As sporting events and training ground to a halt and the Bucks competition year ended abruptly, the way student clubs and the UOB sport team came together, adapted to such exceptional circumstances and moved into a virtual world of sport and fitness was amazing. Our squash, tennis, boxing and swimming clubs came together to travel the distance between Birmingham and Tokyo to raise money for the charity Refuge. The Triathlon Club raised close to £3,000 from their Trisolation Challenge, which involved over 150 competitors across 16 universities. The Athletics Club devised an alternative Buds Run, challenging themselves to run 26,000 kilometres between them to raise funds for Parkinson's UK. Overall, UOB sport clubs have raised over £10,000 to date for charity, and the Sport and Fitness Club went virtual, with classes and fitness and nutrition advice via its Facebook page, creating a virtual community of over 3,500 followers. In early May, Birmingham was awarded the hosting of the 2023 World Blind Sport Games, which includes final qualifying events for the 2024 Paralympics for football, judo and goalball. The university will provide a range of sporting venues and the Games Village on the Vale. The 2019-20 year of sport may have been challenging and unusual, but regardless, our student athletes in the UOB sport team have continued to be inspirational and outstanding, and we now look onwards and upwards to see what the next year has in store.